Hey friends, Steph here again, and I'm going to go through with you guys with the foam rolling and loosening up some knots. All you need is a lacrosse ball or a foam roller. So both of these do two very different things, but they all come out to similar outcomes. Alright, see you guys soon. Alright, first we're going to start out with rolling out our quads. You can use a lacrosse ball. Lacrosse ball is a little more intense. They tend to target more of like tighter inside knots that you can't really get with a foam roller. But we're going to do a foam roller with our quads here. So many ways to do it. If you don't like the pain too much, you could put more of your limbs on the ground to lighten up the load. But if you really want a deep tissue massage here, you're going to lift off the ground, get that foot off the ground, and put weight only on that quad and roll it out here. I'll roll out with you so you don't go through the pain alone. But after a while, you do this enough, you'll start loving it. You just keep doing it. You love the way it feels, the loosening up after. You'll be in torture for like about 10-20 seconds, but once you get off, you feel great. I like to do the full quad and move up to the hip flexors a bit. People tend not to do the hip flexors as much because they don't understand how effective it is to keep those loose. Now we're going to switch over to the IT band here. So we're going to put our weight onto the side. These are also very good. Mine are definitely tight. Some people have those ribbed foam rollers, but those are a little too intense for me because I like to have a balance of both worlds. I got my lacrosse ball here and a foam roller. Alright, we're going to switch to hamstrings now. So once again, the more weight you take off, the more it hurts. Sorry, did I get that right? The more weight you add onto the leg, the more it'll hurt. I think that's right. Alright, good. Now we can switch to the inner groin. You can do so like this. You can have that leg open like so. I don't know if you guys can see. You can get the full length here. Get those quad muscles too. That teardrop. And we're gonna switch legs. I gotta check if I'm recording. Okay. Switching legs now. We're gonna go into our right quad. You can also kind of shift your weight or your positioning to get the inner quads. And I'm going to slowly make my way outward. So whew. Hopefully you guys had a good workout prior or a good warm-up. Usually I like to get very warm before doing these. Alright, we're going to switch to IT bands. This side here. Depending on which sport you play, you'll notice maybe one side tighter than the other. I'm a volleyball player personally, so I definitely will have one side that's always tighter than the other. We're going to do a full body roll up here. For those who, once again, like need someone to roll out with, feel the pain, or just educational purposes. But for those who have muscle pains, I recommend getting one of these. Alright, now we're going to switch to that inner groin area. So just line it up and add weight. Shift your weight towards the muscles being rolled out. Excellent. Alright, now we're going to make our way over to rolling up our upper back. People don't really do this as much because, like, usually when you have upper back pains, people tend to just go straight to like chiropractors or massage therapists. But a lot can be accomplished with just foam roller and lacrosse ball. I usually don't do my lower back with these. I don't really feel it as much, but I like to use the lacrosse ball a lot. Alright, let's make our way to the lacrosse ball. We're going to roll out some upper body knots. These are good for people who work on computers a lot or just do high intensity sports. So we're going to go with our left shoulder. So you can do this on a wall or on the ground, whatever is better for you. You're just going to put it, I'm putting it right here, right in between my pec and my shoulder here. And I'm going to put some weight on and roll it out. Or you can just lie on it for a bit to press out that knot. A good way to finding knots, actually, if you don't know, is you could just kind of roll your fingers through. And if you feel like a band kind of go, like you're plucking like a guitar, that's probably a knot. So if you just kind of press on it and release, it'll release some tension. Or you can use a lacrosse ball and then lean on it like so. So I'm going to do it against the wall. So I'm going to have to adjust my camera here. So to roll out your upper shoulder, I like to lean against the wall so I can add more weight. And I'm just going to, so I have the ball here on where my muscles meet the joint. Just kind of rolling it out on these bands that are super tight. You can roll with me. Right now they're not as tight as usual because we're all locked up, not playing sports. But it's good to stay loose too. Feel much better after with that scar tissue moving around. So from here, we're going to switch to the other shoulder. You can also just pause the video if you want to do one arm longer than the other. Up to you. Alright, next we're going to take the ball. We're going to put it on our deltoids here. These are really good for people who work on computers because you're always kind of hunched forward like so. But to properly correct these pains you have potentially, you want to correct your ergonomical positioning before you rely on things like these. These are just temporary reliefs like massagers and chiropractors. They'll help you for a bit, but you really got to target what's actually hurting you from the source. Like if you're in a, let's say if you're in a toxic relationship and you want to stick around, but you just, oh, maybe I could like buy this person like this car and then they'll be happier and then in the end I'll be happier. It's like, no, like that person is toxic in your life and you got to move on. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but oh, we got into deep talks. I'm sorry, guys. But all right, we're gonna switch now. Switch and change the subject. If you need to roll it down lower, I kind of just lean forward and let it roll slowly. So really, like, you could put this almost anywhere and just add weight on it, and it'll really take out the knots of those muscles. Alright. It's really good to get your lower back here, so right now I'm putting it on my lower back. Let's go left. And you just kind of do like a wall sit, or you can just lean. And just kind of move it around to loosen up those muscles. These ones are my favorite, probably because I have a lot more back pain in my line of my career of playing sports. These are also really good the way we use the foam roller as well, if you have those really deep, tight knots. think my GoPro just shut off. You can also put them in your butt too. That reminds me, let's roll out our butt. Butt. I haven't rolled out my butt in a while, but. So you can just kind of line it up on that upper glute, those upper glutes. We're just gonna roll it out lightly here. Then we can just kind of. This doesn't really work as much. I don't know why. I don't ever feel it, but maybe it's targeting too many things. So we're gonna do upper glutes here. Right. You can also use the lacrosse ball, but I'm not particularly strained in certain areas, so I'm just gonna stick with the foam rolling. Just get a feel good kind of roll out. Alright. Alright guys, that concludes my foam rolling and lacrosse balling rolling out session. Hopefully you guys feel looser and feel better, but make sure you guys stay safe and stay healthy. See you guys soon. Alright guys, that concludes my foam rolling and lacrosse balling session. Hope you guys, oh shoot. I don't know if you guys can see me. I gotta stop finger pointing, what's wrong with me?